Hello, welcome to another assembly. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you had a brilliant weekend. Happy birthdays, first of all, to, bear with me, my very important piece of paper, to Alexa, to Georgia, and to Harley. You all have birthdays this week. I hope you have a fantastic time when you celebrate. I thought you might enjoy a story that we could share over several weeks. And this is one of my all-time favourite stories ever. If you think back to World Book Day, I actually dressed up as the character from this story. He is fantastic Mr. Fox, written by Roald Dahl, who is just an absolute genius in every way. It's a brilliant story. This copy belongs to Mr. Stanlake. He has kindly lent it to me, and this was his own copy when he was a child, so we will treat it very carefully. I thought we might try a chapter or two each week and see how you feel. Let's have a look. Roald Dahl, fantastic Mr. Fox. The first chapter is called The Three Farmers. Down in the valley, there were 3 farms. The owners of these farms had done well. They were rich men. They were also nasty men. All 3 of them were about as nasty and mean as any man you could meet. Their names were Farmer Boggis, Farmer Bunce, and Farmer Bean. Boggis was a chicken farmer. He kept thousands of chickens. He was enormously fat. This was because he ate 3 boiled chickens smothered with dumplings every day for breakfast and lunch and supper. There. Bunce was a duck and goose farmer. He kept thousands of ducks and geese. He was a kind of pot-bellied dwarf. He was so short his chin would have been underwater in the shallow end of any swimming pool in the world. His food was donuts and goose livers. He mashed the livers into a disgusting paste and then stuffed the paste into the donuts. This diet gave him a tummy ache and a beastly temper. Bean was a turkey and apple farmer. He kept thousands of turkeys in an orchard full of apple trees. He never ate any food at all. Instead, he drank gallons of strong cider, which he made from the apples in his orchard. He was as thin as a pencil and the cleverest of them all. Boggis and Bunce and Bean, one fat, one short, one lean. These horrible crooks, so different in looks, were nonetheless equally mean. This is what the children round about used to sing when they saw them. Chapter 2, Mr. Fox. On a hill, high above the valley, there was a wood. In the wood, there was a huge tree. Under the tree, there was a hole. In the hole lived Mr. Fox and Mrs. Fox and their 4 small foxes. Every evening, as soon as it got dark, Mr. Fox would say to Mrs. Fox, "Well, my darling, what shall it be this time? A plump chicken from Boggis, a duck or a goose from Bunce, or a nice turkey from Bean?" And when Mrs. Fox had told him what she wanted, Mr. Fox would creep down into the valley, into the darkness of the night, and help himself. Boggis and Bunce and Bean knew very well what was going on, and it made them wild with rage. They were not men who liked to give anything away. Less still did they like anything to be stolen from them. So every night, each of them would take his shotgun and hide in a dark place somewhere on his own farm, hoping to catch the robber. But Mr. Fox was too clever for them. He always approached a farm with the wind blowing in his face. And this meant that if any man were lurking in the shadows ahead, the wind would carry the smell of that man to Mr. Fox's nose from far away. Thus, if Mr. Boggis was hiding behind his chicken house number 1, Mr. Fox would smell him out from 50 yards away and quickly changed direction, heading for chicken house number 4 at the other end of the farm. "Dang and blast that lousy beast!" cried Boggis. "I'd like to rip his guts out," said Bunce. "He must be killed," said Bean. "But how? How on earth can we catch the blighter?" Bean picked his nose delicately with a long finger. "I have a plan," he said. "You've never had a decent plan yet," said Bunce. "Shut up and listen," said Bean. "Tomorrow night we will all hide just outside the hole where the fox lives. We will wait there until he comes out. Then, bang, bang, bang." "Very clever," said Bunce. "But first we shall have to find the hole." "My dear Bunce, I've already found it," said the crafty Bean. "It's up in the wood on the hill. It's under a huge tree." Alright, that's chapter 2. Next week we'll have chapter 3. I look forward to seeing you then. I hope you have a brilliant week this week. I look forward to seeing all of the learning you're getting up to, and can't wait to see you soon. Alright, thanks very much for coming. Bye bye.